Hello students, now we want to look at this question. Assuming you are not given the quadratic equation, what you can see here is just the graph. The graph has been drawn for you. So the graph shows the relation of the form y equals mx squared plus nx plus r, where m, n and r are constant. A state the scale used on both axes. So what are the scales used on both axes? For the x-axis, you can see that this is 2 centimeter representing 2 units. So you can see 2, 4. So on the x-axis, we are having 2 centimeter representing 2 units on the x-axis. Now let's look at the y-axis. So you can see 2 centimeter representing 10 units, 10, 20. So that means 2 centimeter represent 10 units on the y-axis. So 2 centimeter represent 2 units on the x-axis and 2 centimeter represent 10 units on the y-axis. Then the second part of the question says, find the values of m, n and r. Find the values of m, n and r. So you know the equation you are given is y is equal to mx squared plus nr plus nx plus r. So you are only given the graph here. You are told to look for the equation. Now in this graph, what you do is this. Let's look at where this graph cuts the axis. It's cut it here at this point and at this point. So at this point, you realize that the value of x is 0 here and the value of y will be what? No, since here you are having 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. So the value of one line is what? Is 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the value of y here should be what? 8. So when x is 0, y is what? 8 at this point. Then you look for the values of x and the coordinates of this point. At this coordinate, you are having when x is 2, y is 0. When x is 2 at this coordinate, y is 0. And when x is 4 here, y is 0 also. When x is 4, y is what? 0. So you've been able to get the coordinates on this graph. What you now do is to now try to, so first of all, when x is what? 0, y is 8. Let's substitute here to get the value for r. So when x is 0, y is 8. So substitute 0 for x, m times 0 square plus n times 0 plus r is equal to value for y, which is 8. So this one gives us what? 0 square is 0 times m is 0 plus n times 0 is 0 plus r. So you are left with what? R here. The value for r will be equal to 8. So that means you can substitute the value for r here. So y will be equal to mx squared plus nx plus the value for r is 8. So now we will now use the two remaining coordinates to get the equation. When we are told that when x is minus 2, y is 0. When x is minus 2, y is equal to 0. So you substitute into this when that is m times minus 2 square plus n times minus 2 plus 8 is equal to 0. Y will be equal to 0. So minus 2 square is 4 plus 4. 4 times m is 4m. My n times minus 2 is give us minus 2n plus 8 is equal to 0. So when you bring this plus 8 to this side, you now have 4m minus 2n is equal to 4m minus 2n is equal to minus 8. You can take this to be your equation 1. The other coordinates we have, we said that when x is 4, y is what? 8. When x is 4, y is 0. When x is 4, y is 0, we substitute into it again. M into bracket 4 square plus n times 4 plus 8 is equal to 0. 4 square is what? 16. 16 times m is 4m. 4 times n will give us 4n plus 8 is equal to 0. So you have 16m plus 4n. This plus 8 will cross the quantity and turn to minus 8. So it's equal to So 16m plus 4n is equal to minus 8. This is your equation 2. We are now going to solve equation 1 and equation 2 simultaneously using elimination method. So now for our equation 1 is 4m minus 8m minus 8. So now for us to be able to eliminate n, we will multiply equation 1 by 2 and equation 2 by 1. So if we multiply this equation by 2, so that 2 times 4m is 8m, minus 2 times 2n is minus 4n, minus 8 times 2 is minus 16. Then this already we are multiplying by 1 to retain 6m plus 4n minus 8. So now from there you can easily eliminate n. So minus 4m plus 4n is 0. Then we have 8m minus 16m is 24m is equal to minus 16 minus 8 will give us minus 24. To get m, divide both sides by 24, the coefficient of m. So minus 24 divided by 24 will give us minus 1. So you now substitute minus 1 into the equation, into equation 1. When you substitute it into equation 1, so our equation 1 is 4m minus 2m minus 8. Substitute m there. In place of m, put 4 times minus 1 minus 2n is equal to minus 8. 4 times minus 1 will give us minus 4n, minus 4 minus 2n is equal to minus 8. So if we bring this minus 4 to this side, it will now turn to plus 4. So we have minus 2n is equal to minus 8 plus 4. So when you have minus 8 plus 4, minus 8 plus 4 will give us minus 4. So to get n, divide both sides by minus 2. So the value for your n will be what? Plus 2. So your m is what? Minus 1. Your n is 2. And your r is equal to a. So you now substitute into this equation y equals mx squared plus nx plus r. So substitute m for minus 1, that this will give us minus x squared. Then substitute 2 for n, 2 make it plus 2x plus 8. So for the work practice, you are having this graph. So this graph, we are having the coordinates here is what? When x is minus 2, y is plus 5. When x is minus 1, y is 0. When x is 3, when x is 0 here, y is minus 3. When x is minus 1 here, when x is 1 here, y is minus 4. When x is 2 here, y is minus 3. When x is 3 here, y is 0. And when x is 4 here, y is what? 5. So the graph shows the relation of the form y equals mx squared plus nx plus r, where m, n, and r are constant. Using the graph, state the scale used for both axes. Then b, find the values of m, n, and r. Please ensure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you.